Hello, I am audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
स्टार्ट करूं क्या?
मैं वेट कीजिए 5
Yes, 1 minute, ma'am.
ना अभी तक रिसोर्स पर्सन ज्वाइन नहीं।
ओके ओके।
हेलो यस सर।
Welcome, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Dr. Sathe, sir, welcome.
तो am I audible?
Behind your busy schedule, you are here. So I welcome.
गौरव
Yes, madam, you can start. You can start introduction.
Yeah, yes, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I roll number 59 on behalf of UGC-MMTTC Teacher Training Center, Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, Marathwada University.
हाँ, बस Sathe, sir,
औरंगाबाद।
introduction start हो गया आपका.
हेलो
You are audible, sir. You are audible.
Aurangabad, Maharashtra. Would like to welcome today's speaker, Dr. Bhaskar R. Sathe. He is a professor in Department of Chemistry, Director Center for International Relations, Coordinator, Forensic Science, and Head of Nanoscience and Technology Department. Dr. Sathe earned his Ambedkar Marathwada University in 2003 and PhD in Physical and Material Science Division from National Chemical Laboratory, Pune 2011 with Vijay Mohan K. Pillai, ex-director CSIR NCL Pune and CSIR CECRI Karaikudi. After 5 years of doctoral experience at NCL Pune in 2008, he has joined Department Chemistry, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University as Assistant Professor, spent 1 year as a Fulbright postdoctoral fellow through United States India Educational Foundation Fellowship Scheme with Professor T. Asifa in the Department of Chemistry and Chemical Biology at Rutgers during 2012 to 13. Dr. Bhaskar research has been mainly focused on the synthesis of smart nanomaterials for energy conversion, electrochemical, sensor, water splitting, environmental electrochemistry by nanoscale system and their structure, property, relation. He has contributed 2 patents, 1 books and 3 e-books, 7 book chapter and 110 journal papers with more than 4,000 citations, 8 students completed and 8 working for their PhD, and every year approx 10 students work for their master project. His research contribution was well received by Stanford University, ranking of world top 2% scientist data published in 2020, 21, 22, 23, and also by AD Scientific Index for year 2020, 21, 22, and 2023. Dr. Bhaskar is having active contribution in funded research projects, gained wide recognition from Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. Dr. Bhaskar has received several awards and recognitions, including Fellow and Young Association 2018 of Maharashtra Academy of Science, Department of Atomic Energy Young Scientist Research Award 2015 from Board of Research in Nuclear Science, Mumbai, Fulbright Nehru Postdoctoral Research Fellowship at Rutgers 2013, the State University of New Jersey, Fast Track Scheme for Young Scientists 2013 from Department of Science and Technology, Science and Engineering Research. Board and many more are there. Dr. Bhaskar is nominated as a Board of Studies in Chemistry at Deccan Education Society, Fergus College, Pune. He is also elected as a Senate member of governing body representing university teachers. Once again, I welcome Dr. Sathe. Over to you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, madam, for a nice introduction. Today, for this disaster management course, we have the coordinator, our mentor, Chavan sir, and coordinator from HRDC side, Rafe sir, Director Patil sir, for giving me an opportunity to be a part of this course. Today, for these 2 sessions, I'm going to talk on. In first session, I will cover the international opportunities to we as a researcher, faculties from different subjects, we can say subject area of from the research, different research areas. Also, we can ask our students to be be a part of these international fellowships. I will explore some of the domains where we have the wider scope. Then in next session, maybe we'll talk on how to get the quality publication and all. Right. So this will be the general content of these two talks. Gaurav, please allow me to share my screen. I'm not getting actually the permissions to share my screen. Who is there? Gaurav? Hope I am audible to all of you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Who is handling from HRD side, please?
Gaurav sir is there.
Gaurav?
Yes, sir. केलं सर. तर शेअर करून बघा एकदा.
Okay.
येस सर. सर हे माईक म्यूट करून ठेवू का? कारण की ते मध्ये जाऊन माईक त्याचे अनम्यूट होतं सर प्रत्येकाचे. हे माईक जे आहे ना सर पार्टिसिपंट काय करतात मध्येच अनम्यूट करून टाकतात सर. डिस्टर्ब होतं बरं लेक्चर मध्ये. का राहू देऊ का नको सर?
म्यूट करून टाकलं.
ओके. सर तुमचा माईक अनम्यूट करा सर प्लीज. हॅलो.
गौरव आणखीन एक मी रिक्वेस्ट पाठवली होती मला जॉईन करून घे त्या ह्याच्यावरती.
हा कशावर सर?
आणखीन
एक ओके ओके
हा
ओके सर. हा चालतं सर तुम्ही पाठवून द्या मी करतो सर जॉईन.
हा म्हणजे मला समजतं की चालू आहे का नाही स्लाइड मूव्ह होतात का नाही लक्षात येते.
ओके जॉईन केलं सर दुसऱ्याने.
हा मी शेअर केलं होतं 1 मिनिट.
हा नाही सर जॉईन दुसरं दिसत नाहीये.
नाही आलेलं का?
नाही सर.
Hey, as we have said, like we have our international opportunity to be researcher. Also, as an academician or the professional can go through the different fellowships. Here, one of the representative fellowship I am going to show you here, the opportunities which will come from the Fulbright Nehru Fellowship, right? And some other aligned fellowships in line with this. Especially, I am concentrating on the US based, right? So, participant here, this the history of this fellowship is very beautiful, where during the Second World War, that is in around 1946-44, there was the issue of mutual understanding. The brilliant personality was the senator from the United States, that is James William Fulbright. he thought the mutual understanding between
Sir, your voice is not coming. Sir, unmute yourself. सरांचा आवाज येत नाही. साठे सर तुमचा आवाज येत नाही.
सर लेफ्ट झाले बहुतेक.
सर साठे सर तुमचा आवाज येत नाही.
एक दोन मॅडम ते हे होत आहे. हा वेट करा प्लीज.
आवाज येतोय सर.
हॅलो गौरव, शेअर करता येत नाही रे, तू शेअर करायचं बघ.
येस सर.
So we were talking about the academic exchange of the faculties, students, master for doctorate. So that creates a large academic culture and a cultural network around the world. Right? As a part of this from India side, that time our Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru was there, and the William Fulbright from the US side. They started this Fulbright Nehru fellowship by putting 25% share from the India side and 75% share from the US side. Together in 1946, this Fulbright Nehru fellowship has started. Until now, around other 160 countries has entered into this. It's like India from India, United States, like that, France, US, Japan, US, Germany, US, such type of bridges, this made by the senator, that is James William Fulbright, right? And from the India side, around 4 lakh scholars since what benefited, around 800 grants annually will get it. 21,000 fellowships administered by United States India Educational Foundation yearly. Right. So the mission of this fellowship is to promote a mutual understanding through the educational and cultural exchange. And for that, to create the gateway between the United States and India via education, sharing house of education information on both countries. Ultimate aim has to find out the people, those who are having some social touch, to allow them to interact with the hacker, the people from the both sides during their visit, and try to capture some of the positive things from the either of one of the country. Miss the Indian faculty has went there in United States. They should interact with the people there, take some positive things from the US side, and come back and educate the people from the India. The person who has come from the United States to the India should interact with the Indian people, and during the interaction, they should get something really catching, and they should take that and should implement it there in United States. This is the actual base or the vision of this United States India Educational Foundation has concept. Supporter of the quality in and access to the education through the education, of course, education has taken as the one of the bridge for this exchange, right? So administration of Fulbright Nehru and other fellowships for India and American students, faculties, and professionals. This is the objective of this, to make the promotion amongst the interaction of the Fulbrighters and their community as an outgrowth of the educational exchange. To provide the educational advertising services for Indian students interested in pursuing the higher education in the United States, and vice versa, those who are from the United States and they wanted to come here and do some higher studies in India, that is also possible. To serve as a chairing house for linkages between the institution of higher education in United States and India through this bridge. Actually, the two different offices also we can connect, right? So there are different fellowships having different titles. FN Master Fellowship, for those who are the master students, for them, this fellowship is there. FN Doctoral Research Fellowship. FN stands for, F stands for the Fulbright, N stands for Nehru, Fulbright Nehru Masters Fellowship. Those like students also can go for one of the semester, they can complete from there. And that equivalence they can take from here. And certificate from there, from United States, and the equivalence from our university. This is also possible. Those who are doing the PhD here in India, and for some work, they wanted to go in abroad is to complete their higher studies. So they can get this fellowship as a bridge. For a short time, like a 6 month, 8 month, they can go interact with that professor, use the facility which is available in their laboratory, and they can get come back. This is also one of the possible way for the doctor students to complete 1 or 2 steps of their research. Postdoctoral studies, of course, those who have completed their PhD from here, India, they can apply, they can catch one of the professor from the United States. And so they can go for that. Along with the Fulbright Kalam Fellowship is also there for the doctoral research. Especially this is related to more related to the climate change. During the Kalam was means like in 1917-18, this new fellowship has started by Abdul Kalam's. So that is again for the postdoctoral studies. This is the climate environment related things. Fulbright Nehru Academic and Professional Excellence Fellowship. Fulbright Kalam Academic and Professional Excellence Fellowship. Fulbright Nehru Visiting Chair Program. Fulbright Nehru International Education Administration Seminars for the conferences and also seminars also they can go. In addition to this, some other fellowship like Humbert Fellowship, Fulbright Foreign Language Teaching Assistant Fellowship in Bengali or Tamil or Telugu. They can go and will get. Hello. Who is Dr. Kiran? Hello. Dr. Kiran, have you done with your discussion?
त्या तारखेला तुम्हाला बेसिक किती होतं? कोणत्या तारखेला ज्यावेळेस लागू झालं त्यावेळेस?
So there are some other fellowships also there that belongs to the Fulbright Distinguished Award in Teaching Program for the international teachers. That is again bilateral. The teacher from the India also can go and the teacher from abroad also can come. Fulbright Teaching Excellence and Achievement Award. This fellowship is also give the both teaching and professionals platform for the awardees. Fulbright Scholar in Residence Program is also there. So what is the basic requirement from these Fulbright applicants as an Indian nationals they are expecting? One is they should have the high level academic and professional achievements. The profile should be the catchy profile. They should that should reflect from his profile that the candidate is having the all-rounder nature. They should have the sufficient command on English language in all 3 modes. One is writing should be efficient. That will reflect from your application writing and the communication series of communication before submission of your application to that university with the professor. They will understand that. Another one is after writing, the speaking is also equally important. If you are not able to speak, then there is no meaning. So third one, which is again equally important for the American English, that is the listening. If you are not understanding what a person is speaking, that is also not good. So in that way, they are looking by that way. They should have the sufficient command on language. right? So those means for a PhD and higher studies, means a PhD followed by like those who have completed their PhD or they somebody are in a teaching profession already in a service. So for them, they are not asking for the any language test, but those who are going for the master, of course, they are checking their tendency or their capability as per as the English speaking, listening, and writing skill has concerned, right? So if employed, they are expecting the application should be through the proper channel, not be applying for or holding a permanent resident there. There should not be the uh, approach to be stay permanent in the United States. So that is also equally important here. Preference will be given to the candidate who have not had any extensive recent USA experience. It means they are expecting the candidate should be like first time going, or if it is not there since last 10 years in United States, that is actual the expectation from the candidates in that case actually. So now this is again important that to which fields are involved in this, because everybody will come up with the question that is it our subject is considered in that or not, my subject is there or no, is right. So but it's not like that. Almost all fields has covered in this. There are fields, not a subject. Sometimes the subject will get merged into that, right? So arts and cultural management, economics, environmental science, higher education administration, international affairs, international legal studies, journalism and mass communication, public administration, public health, urban and regional planning, right? Women studies and gender studies. So these are the various ways where we can get the possibility to work in a bilateral way, right? So the grant duration is up to maximum up to 2 years. That depends on through which fellowship you are going, right? And the funding capital is around 80K, including of all expenses. This is I am talking about the master fellowship. So where the student can go for at least 1 semester and maximum for 4 semester to the United States. Those who are in amongst these proposed fields, and the students should be highly motivated individuals who demonstrate the leadership qualities. This is actual the foundation of this fellowship, you can say. We have completed the equivalent of the United States bachelor's degree, have at least 3 years professional work experience, and those who have committed to return back and contribute to their communities. This is the actual the approach. Through this the candidate can be selected. Right. So I'm talking about the fields from which the candidates was selected for last term, that is 2024-2025. Now the cycle of 2025-2026 has started. Now ongoing classes means like forms are open. Now somebody is wanted to apply, can apply. I am asking all the participants, if anybody want any help from my side, I'm always ready to give any input for this application. Right? Support for the framing the proposal, writing a support letter, or how to approach to the professor. For all in all sense, I am as a alumni of the Fulbright, I can take that responsibility. Okay, if anybody wanted to go, it's a golden chance for you all that calls are open for some of the courses actually, right? So the people from the areas like agricultural sciences, anthropology, bioengineering, chemistry, computer science, economics, education policy and planning, energy studies, earth science, history, language, literature, linguistics, material science, these were the areas which were the primary areas. Again, the mathematical science, neuroscience, performing arts, physics, political science, psychology, public health. So there is no subject has missed from this. So you have the wider scope, and see, everything is there on a website. Right? More than 10, 12 years back, I was in US through this scheme. So my whole data is there on the website. If you search my name, so my area, my duration, where I was there, in which area I have worked, right? Well, so that way you will get. So likewise, the person from your area you can catch. You approach them, ask for any help, they will help you. This is the largest international network, I can say. There is no other network like this, right? So take a benefit of this and try to be a part of this. So this is Fulbright Nehru Fellowship for a doctoral student. As I said, this is the ongoing period where the duration is of 6 to 9 months. If you have registered here in Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, and for some work, if you want to go abroad, especially in United States, this Fulbright Nehru support you. And that support me through this fellowship, where they will get the duration of like a 6 to 9 months, right? So this is the one case I am talking about, but you need to find out the proper professor where you have the scope to work to finish the gap of your research. Accordingly, you need to search the group, right? Because you need to justify why you want to go to US, right? So by this way, the Fulbright Nehru Doctoral Research Fellowship will support for the doctorship. That calls generally opens in July, right? And you will get the chance, means like you will get a time for 3 to 4 months to reach to the deadline of the submission. Another one is the Fulbright Nehru Postdoctoral Research Fellowship. After completion of your PhD, you can go for almost 2 years, like 24 months, where you can work with high quality people, dedicated people there. For that also, Fulbright Nehru Postdoctoral Research Fellowship will support. See, since 46, it was like a 27% share financial support has taken by the US government, and 25 was by the government, our government. But in 2008, Manmohan Singh was Prime Minister from our side, and that side the OMOBA. They started this fellowship with the equal share. India becomes like, nowadays this is 50-50, and some more fellowship has opened. That is, Obama has come, Abdul Kalam Fellowship has come. And at the end, they opened the large number of gateways for the brilliant people to go. But ultimately, this fellowship is for putting, this fellowship has opened, or the birth of this fellowship has based on some objectives. Objective is that the cream should go, of course, but they should learn the certain things and come back and give the credit to the due credit to our country, right? So in that way, there is no promotion through the means like a promotion, like then the candidate should reach there or they should not come back. It's not like that, right? So this is the case actually we need to note first. This fellowship is also for the academic and professional excellence. So this is designed for the working faculties, researchers, scientists from the institutes, and professionals, those who are interested to teach research or do combine both teaching and research there in United States, right? Because the faculties from the either IITs or CSIR institutes, they can also go. And the faculties from the central university, state university also can go. So both are having, for them, either they wanted to do the full research, also they will give the scope. They wanted to do the research plus teaching, they can allow them, or only the teaching also can do. So that for the duration is like, will start from the 4-month minimum to the maximum 9 months. Right? The calls will open in a July of every year and will be available for next 1 year. Next 6 months, sorry. Next fellowship is the Fulbright Kalam Climate Fellowship that I was talking about. Through this title, he has started the doctoral research, postdoctoral research, and academic and professional excellence research. These fellowships are offered to build a long-term capacity to address the issues related to the climate change, which are here in India and also there in United States. And try to couple it, because see, if you are talking about the United States and the climate, they are very serious about the climate deterioration. They are trying to protect more efficiently than India. The reason why, even though they are having own resource of energy as a petrol, diesel, they don't want to use these days. They are trying to make it renewables. Renewables are growing like anything there. Whole university's setup is connected to the solar panels. Solar panels are there on the parking set. Solar panels are there on the buildings, right? So they, from that conversion, the whole university will be under the electricity from the solar panels. So that is not here in India. The material which is there for the solar panels is expensive. The common people not having that is not affordable for them. So then what they does, they goes for the working on the renewables. So that is the case where the people are working on to make the people exchange through the doctoral research, academic and professional excellence. So from that, ultimately, we should learn certain things from them. That is the actual case. And of course, our government is also made the mission that 2050, we also from the zero carbon we also be the part of a zero carbon policy. Means there should not be any burning of a fuel as a hydrocarbon where the carbon dioxide is coming out. Because carbon dioxide, we know that it's environmental issues and all these things, right? So in that way, this fellowship is having the special attention that is related to climate change, right? So the Fulbright Nehru visiting chair program, this is a special chair program designed for the Indian scholars, those who are engaged with multidisciplinary approach to global integration for the purpose of teaching and or conducting research in Atlanta campus of the Emory University. Like senior professor which we have called for a year, some professor has come from outside, we hear, it's like that. For a one semester duration, if you are the teacher, you can approach through this scheme of a teacher's chair, right? This is one case. Another fellowship, that is the visiting chair university of, this is for the MIT, designed for the Indian scholars for the purpose of teaching, lecturing, and or conducting research at UMass in Amherst, right? This is for the field has also given the public policy duration of 1 semester. Another one is, this is for the administrators. It means like a pro-vice chancellor, registrar, deans of the university can go through this fellowship, that is Fulbright Nehru International Education Administrators Seminar. So this is designed to provide the Indian mid to the senior level faculties and the administrators from the educational institutes from the India the opportunity to experience the first-hand the higher education institution in the United States, right? They can go and see how the administration of the well-reputed university, the world-class universities is there to learn certain things and come back and try to implement here, right? So here some people from the Maharashtra also there is, see this Laturkar madam is there from the Nanded SRTMU, right? So one more professor is there. So there are possibilities to get a chance from this fellowship also, that I wanted to say. Another one is the Herbert Hamperi Fellowship Program. This is for the 10 months. These are the proposed areas. From any of the areas, you can put your proposal. And this may be the agriculture and rural development, right? So that may be the communication and journalism. So by this fellowship, you will have like a 10-month program for a young and mid-career professionals, policymakers, planners, administrators, and the managers in this government, public, and private sectors, or from the NGOs with the master's or the 4-year professional program can get the chance to work under this fellowship. So then question comes, what are the support parts are there from their side? How will get the grant benefits? If I am on the Fulbright, I used to get a monthly stipend. That stipend again is classified into the universities from the United States as classified based on the where you are going. There are some expensive and less expensive countries. As like India, if you are getting a $3,000 in here in Aurangabad is different than the Delhi. right? So accordingly they made the stipend. I was in New Jersey. I used to get a fellowship of like a 3,000. One of my friend was there in Texas. He used to get the 2,600. Right. So this difference is based on the expenses which they have. I used to stay with a apartment having charges of like 1,200, and that fellow was staying like a 3,350 for an apartment. So I see the difference. So accordingly, grant benefits they have fixed, but of course, other expenses they have taken care of that, like a round-up trip, economy class, year travel from your home city to the United States host institute, where you are staying from that place to the United States, and from that host institute to your home, whole expenses they will pay for you. It's applicable allowances and the modest application fees. If that university is having some admission fees, that also this fellowship or this organization will give you some tuition fees or some library fees, laboratory fees. Everything will be there in mentioned there in your fellowship chart, right? So and then insurance, of course, the accident and sickness program for the exchangers per United States guide as per the government guidelines, they have the support systems. Only the difference I am saying for this fellowship is it takes almost 1.5 years to go United States once you started apply, right? So I will let you know how it is there. If the program announcement is there in February, right? You don't read 2023. Just you see how the program start. If just imagine that is started in February 2025, then we'll end with the same figure like this. Application deadline will be in the mid of the September. Application screening start by the subject expert. They will evaluate your proposal and they will give the interview, the call for those who are shortlisted candidates, right? So that will be in November, screening will be there. In December, your interview was there. In February of next year, means like February 26, you will get the recommendation letter or recommended, your application is recommended or forwarded by the partner agencies in the United States. So that is there. Then further, the insurance of grant will be in January of next year. So you have the visa, that is July onwards, and you will get the chance to work on the fellowship, right? So you will depart in a July of next year, which it is in a February of this year. And the February of next year, you have get the result, and the next program, induction program, and all these things that it takes time, and you will be ready to depart in next July of next year, right? So it means from year to year, around 1.5 years is there, right? So again, Fulbright Nehru takes the care of your 1 minute. Geographical distribution of the fellowships. All Indians went from the all Indians from the Fulbright as one of the university is not like that. They will look in that way also. There is a proper distribution of the people in the United States. These are the different states of the US, and the people are distributed here. Here around 15 fellows, here around 14 fellows, the 16 fellows are there. Remaining they have shown here at a different universities. Right. So we'll talk about little bit means like what is the procedure for this. Applicants must complete an online application before the deadline. So they should have certain care of instruction which has important posted on the website. Website is usief.in. You will get whole information. Attend a monitoring program organized in April through June. Details will be available on the website. Reach out the Indian Fulbright alumni. Visit current fellow page on the United States India Educational Foundation website, where you will get the fellows from all areas. Either if you have got a chance to interact with the fellow by considering that fellow was there in that city or in your area. Either way, you can take the help of that person. Visit the United States India Educational Foundation Facebook page, LinkedIn page, Twitter page, Instagram page, all where the Fulbright is there. View the videos of Indian Fulbright ambassadors of change on YouTube's. Identify and correspond with the potential US host institutions. Right. So these are the resources which help us to prepare the application in major way. Right. So effective research proposal which provides the clear and detailed description of the research objectives. See, the proposal should be the self-explanatory. There should not be any dependency or any hidden agenda in that proposal. That should demonstrate the significance of the proposal in relation to the what we can say the mission of India, maybe the Skill India or the Vikasit India, something like that, or vice versa. Because your proposal will be analyzed by both the experts from both the side. United States people should understand from your proposal that you need them. And Indian people should think that those who are reviewing your proposal, so they are sending you to learn some new things there and come back and implement here. So that capabilities both stakeholders will see from your proposal, right? And justify your need to pursue it is in the United States. Your just casual moment for this application will not be entertained. There should have the proper justified sentence or justifiable approach that why you are going to United States, right? Explain how your project can be completed within the time frame. So something you are proposing and you are not knowing how much time it will take, or is it sufficient? It's really it's required 12 months, or is it possible to work in a given frame line? So that information, that also you should give just properly. Show how your research proposal fits in with your previous training. Your expertise is sufficient for this work or not. That also you need to give, right? So this is also equally important. Mention United States universities at which you would prepare to be affiliated or have corresponded with a strategic specific reason for the preference. So you give the preference which your area is fitted with the which professors from which university, to whom you have written, what feedback you have taken from them, right? So everything you should mention there, right? And so then if 2-3 people, if you have asked, you make a preference, 1, 2, 3. And the preference should justifiable. That is actually the case the proposal people will expect. Because sometimes what happens, the professor is very eager to take you. And sometimes it happens, the professor is, if he is coming, it's good. If it is not coming, it's also okay. So such type of things also will be there. Just 1 minute. Sorry. So in that case, we have to take care of the cases, the issues which he has mentioned here. They should have the clear, detailed description of the project and their objectives, demonstration of the significance of your work in relation with the both countries, explain how the project is completed in a given frame line, then show your proposal should fit to the previous training or your expertise. And next one is if you have the more than one positive consents from the universities from the United States, give the preference and give the preference on the basis of the justifiable answers. Likewise, we have the effective lecturing proposal. The earlier was based on the teaching, based on the research. Now it is related to the lecture. So here what you need to do, you need to prepare the content. Make it structure. Unit 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. Right? So then you propose the pedagogy and make the grades. Try to correlate with our courses, because at the end you need to talk in line with that university syllabus, not our university syllabus. So likewise, you need to frame it. Lecturing proposals could be for a full course. There should not be like, miss, from this course I will take 1 unit, like how the system is here in our university. If 3-4 people from one specialization, 4 will take 1 units. So we cannot say like this. We need to take the responsibility of whole course there. Team teaching or the series of seminars, that is also expected. That also you mention in your proposal. That proposal templates are available on website. Focus on your teaching experience, which indicates the range of courses taught, including teaching methods. Mention your role with this curriculum development. Thesis guidance means like to project to the master student and all these things for them. That also we need to mention. At a sample course outline with the reading list. This is also important to give the outline and one of the list of reading list for one of the unit actually. Expected outcome that indicates how the Fulbright lecturing experience will impact on you, your home institution, your discipline, new approaches to the curriculum planning, innovative teaching techniques, and all. See, one of the hidden but highly important issue is that is a reference report. So because they are completely believing on you based on the who is writing about you. People those who are familiar with you, your work, can provide a realistic assessment of your abilities as well as the merit of your proposal. If you are going for the postdoctoral studies, your supervisor's support letter is equally important. Because you have worked with that professor. That professor's words will be the valuable words for them. Comment upon your ability to successfully complete the project, seriousness of a purpose, adaptability to new situation, leadership qualities, and resourcefulness and initiatives. Because these things will be knowing to the person who is your existing boss. Like I'm working here in university, so the person will be more capable to write is vice chancellor. Your supervisor, your vice chancellor, or equivalent to that, some director of some of the institute. These references will be the good, because without knowing you, that person is taking you. Right? So, so this is actually the important aspect which we need to consider. So then, I suggest you to take the references from the big people, because they will believe vice chancellor instead of a faculty who is writing about you. Right? So by this way, provide a copy of a project statement and recent CV to each referee. They will write about you in their proposal. See, if you're talking about the selection criteria involves these points. One is they will look for the academic credentials and professional abilities. Is it progressive growth is there since 10th standard onwards? It's how the research trend is there. Yearly 4-5 publication is publishing or not, or sometime this year 4-5, next year nothing is there. Next year again he started working. There should not be like a mismatch. Or how many first author or the star author publications are having. So these things are be the part of this evaluation. So merit of the proposal, proposed Fulbright project is there. Need to conduct a research in the United States. Outcome, potential impact, and benefits are be part of evaluation. Motivation, seriousness of the purpose, maturity, leadership, cultural adaptability, they are looking for this. Ability to contribute as a cultural ambassador beyond the specified field of study they are looking for. The candidate's communication skill, they will look. Commitment to the community and national services, they will look for that. So by this way, they analyze the candidate. So it means to look these 6-7 points, they have like a team of 14 people. 1 point they are looking from the Indian side, and the same point the another person will look in the United States side. So both sides they will evaluate you, right? So around 2061 applicants were there, 138 nominees got chance, 6.7% success rate was there. Amongst these, 46% women were nominated last year. This is the actual distribution. See, this data indicates there is the big competition for the postdoctoral student because the most of the students wanted to go. And compared to that, the visiting chair or for the Fulbright Climate Fellowship or the Fulbright Nehru administrative exchange, for that much competition is not there. So, but for this postdoctor, 5% is there. I was a part of this fellowship, I wanted to say here. Right? Compared to other fellowships, this is a little tough. So if you're talking about the notable contribution of this fellowship, Fulbright alumni have occupied key roles in a government, academia, and industry. Around 53 Fulbright alumni awarded the Nobel Prize. There is no other organization. There is no other fellowships are having this credit. They are recognized as the 53 alumni of the Fulbright program from the different 14 countries. We have been awarded the Nobel Prize for their contributions to the humanities. 10 have been elected as the United States Congress. 18 have served as the head of the state government. And one had served as Secretary General of the United Nations. 78 has another one of the leading prize is Pulsar Prize. More Nobel laureates are formal Fulbright recipient than any other award program. This was the statement I was talking about. So this way we have the wider map of this fellowship, and I am recommending you why. The reason is that this is not that much tough. If you have the little social background, you will get it. But that should reflect from your profile. That I want to say here. Of course, you are here on this position means you have sufficient grounding of your area. Just you need to prove it. Yes, this way I am going to provide them the knowledge which I am having, and this way I am going to collect the information from them and try to give our Indian people. So this way, this is actually expecting from you. So I will give you some example here. See this picture, it will be self-readable picture. These two are the Fulbright student has come from the other United States, and they're interacting with the lady which is from the poor family somewhere in a village, and they're collecting some information. Right? So what if somebody is coming from United States to the India, what the selection committee will see? Is it that candidate is having the sufficient knowledge, even though his English is the way of communication, but if your project is related to the social sciences, you should know the local language here in India. Here in Maharashtra, Marathi, if the candidate is coming to the Bangalore, then Kannada. If it is coming to the Hyderabad, then that language. If it is in Gujarat, Gujarati. If it is in Kerala, Malayalam. So these languages that candidate should know. So this is the person, this fellow has come here in India, and he is working on the solar panels, and he's working with this professor actually. So same again, this person is collecting the data from the educationally backward people, And of course, that will help us to make some policy decisions. If they can compare this data with the well established, or what we can say, the big means like educationally sound countries, and they will make some recommendations, and accordingly the government will put the attention toward that and so on. This is again for the block printing, textile, such type of work. So how this person is interacting with the small girls? See, this environment protection, the remediation issues. See how this US fellow is enjoying this food serving process at rural. So again, the promote the Fulbright program. This is also one of the target these Fulbrighters are having. So again, improving the safety and quality of the patient care. This is talk in a conference. See, this lady has come through the Fulbright fellowship for a teacher, and she is interacting with the students which are below 10. So by interacting with this lady, if 2-3 students get motivated, so that's the actual we can say that is more enough from this program, right? So if 2-3 students they feel will better go to the United States or something like that. So that way, this fellowship is important. So this is again the English teaching assistant mark applied to these students. This fellow has started interacting with the students by teaching English. So this photo says how this fellow has enjoying the local wedding program here in India. That is new for them. This is holy. So this is trekking, right? So if you want to be a part of this big network, I am request you to follow the website, that is www.usiforg.in. And if you need my help from my side, I'm always ready. This is my address. This is my phone number. You can take it. And see, I'm always ready to help you. But I can say you need to be propose there is no issue actually. You are there in college or you are there in a university, there's such type of barrier is not there. They will look your profile. Your profile is matching with what you are proposing, that you will look. They will look your presence of mind, because at the end, 14 or 16 people are interacting with you. They will look in both way. Is it worth to spend money on you? Because Indian committee members will look at the future after 1 year. What will be the situation once you come back? Is it really you will get some additional information from there? And United States people will think, we are allowing this person to work here in United States, this university. Is it we are spending money for this, giving space for this, giving all possible support for this fellow? Is it worth or not? So as far as the support letter has concerned, the professor from United States, that professor should say, I need this person very important, very much, or entry of this person in my group is very important. Because of this fellows work in a year, one more area will be one more area will get introduced in my laboratory. Such type of strong statement that professor should get. Right. So this way, this fellowship is very important. Now I am expecting some questions from you. You yourself unmute and you can ask any question. Thank you for kind words. Got a message from the Tupare sir.
नमस्कार सर।
Yes, नमस्कार
सर जी जी सर, वोट ऑफ थैंक के लिए मेरा नाम प्रस्तावित है सर।
वोट ऑफ थैंक के लिए और एक क्लास और एक सेशन है ना मेरा।
सर 6 बजे क्लास है सर।
अच्छा अच्छा ओके सर, जो जो ओके सर,
10
लास्ट
मिनट का।
जी जी
यस।
ओके, थैंक यू सर।
Okay. Any questions? We'll take a 10-minute break and we'll consider, we'll start with a new session. Okay?
Okay, sir.
यस सर, यस सर, ओके सर।
Okay. हॅलो हॅलो
सर येतोय आवाज?
हॅलो
हॅलो. येस येस सर येस.
ओके
हा येतोय सर आवाज.
येतो ना? Okay, for
थोडासा.
this second session of this course, I'm going to talk on communicating research results to peer-reviewed journals. Actually, most of the majority of times, even though we spend a lot of time for preparing a manuscript, are not able to get a quality publication. Sometimes you have the results in your hand, and unfortunately, before you publish, somebody else submit. So the impact of that work comes down. So to overcome these issues, I will give some steps for that, because at the end, research stand on the novelty of work. If we have the novelty, that should publishable, right? And again, the impact of work depends on how your work give the solution of societal problems. So in that line, the communicating research results to peer-reviewed journal is very important. So outline of my talk is, first I will give the introduction and then followed by some certain questions which will come in our mind. Why to publish, where to publish, how to publish, and what will be the structures for that, right? So if you are talking about the scientific research articles, it provides the methods for the scientists to communicate with other scientists. This is, look, it's like this. You take two publications from your area of interest and just put these two publications in front of each other. Like the one person is communicating with another person. See the picture. Somebody has done, this fellow, the red fellow has done. So this information is reaching to the blue fellow. Blue fellow, if he has done something, this will reach to the red fellow. There is no gap of a space, no gap of a language, no gap of the facilities, nothing. So this article will give the whole information as such as a method for the communication, right? So that results of their each other's research. Research work is incomplete unless the results are disseminated to the wider community. If you are not come out with the publication, if you are not made it public, there is no meaning for the research, right? You cannot keep the results hidden and take a credit of that. Nothing will happen. Never that will be the creditable if you are not published. Publishing is important for you as a researcher, for your organization as the university or lab, your lab or the department, your scientific colleagues, those who are supporting you as the collaborators who can say, or the working hands like students can say, or even the funding, who is giving, which agency is supporting you as the funding agency like DST, CSIR, UGC, BRNS, or international fellowships like European Union, right? So this it means it is important to everybody. It improves your career, since your work will be seen as a good quality and reliable, right? And publication will increase your chances to attracting the funding and collaborations, right? So at the end, the strength of your profile It depends on the how you are getting how your research is publishing and where it is publishing. What is the general stand in your research? Automatically, your publication will count in a credit of your profile. Of course, your profile is in a credit of university profile. University profile automatically will credit on the state. Through state, it is on a country, and likewise. See the example of Professor C.V. Raman. If he has not published his work in a Nature from the Raman Institute, so then nothing will be there on India's credit. If he has done these things in some other country, so automatically that goes to that country. So this should not be the case. If you have not published, nothing will come. And of course, there is a interlinkage. Interlinkage, see this as in the corner picture. You have the publications, you will get a grant. If you have a grant, you will get a good instrument, you will get the funding for the students. So you have the more number of students working with you. So of course, that will support you to get a quality publication. And that will be impact as a positive impact. Means you see the very big research group is working here in Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Patna University. So that type of culture will get created. This lecture will provide the guidelines and how to write a paper for the publication. So general structure is like a title, author, abstract, introduction, material methods, research, discussion, and approach. These days, every publication means like agencies like you can talk about the ACS, RSC, ASP, Wiley, all are having their own templates. Templates also having depends on the which type of publication you are getting. Means like you are going for the communication, you are getting like for the full paper, or you are going for the like writing a book chapter. So that different with the different, or the review article or the future prospect. So such type of structure are depends on the which type of publication you are going to submit. Right. So question comes why why we are going for the writing. It is very be realistic about the trying to get your work published. Your article must be suitable for the journal, and you should be prepared to make the revisions. In short, writing can be just as challenging as the research. Is not that much easy task. Whatever the times you are required to optimize a particular method, equal time will require to get a quality publication. You must work out why you are writing as an article. You should understand which component of your finding is important for writing. You have made a minor contribution, but it's interesting as far as the observation has concerned. So go for the publication. You have made a useful advance. Yes, of course, the methodology people are doing the methodology optimization. So that is also equally important. You are putting a published information into a new constant. You are synthesizing information in a novel way that will be of interest to the others. Right. And your reasons must write and your choice of journal. This is important. Right. So understand the 99% of readers will read only the title and abstract somehow of your paper, and most people will only read the title. Means 99% readers only look for the title and abstract seriously based on their observation. they will understand what is there. Is what will be there in a paper. No one is having that much time to spend to read a whole paper of like 10-15 pages. So, right, there are therefore the most important parts to get the right is to get the quality publication. So you should write a title and abstract very seriously, very concisely. That should be the self-explanatory about the your article, right? So then the question comes, why to go for the publication? It is a good principle that almost our duty, we can say, make a result accessible to the scientific community globally. By reading your work, somebody will take one step ahead. By taking your results as a stepping stone for somebody's achievement. So that should be, because slowly, if you are contributing through the one step, at the end, one big societal impact will come out. It gives the scientific community a chance to find out about your work. That way, people are more likely to be able to build on it rather than relevant the will and duplicate the results. So sometimes what happens, if you have done and you have kept as such, duplication possibility is there. You have not published and somehow somebody has done, similar result will come out. So that way, impact of your work will come down. Right? So another the issue is we need to consider. It is a way of paying back those who fund you. If you have funding from some funding agencies, actually the research funding is the only case where they are not asking if the results are not coming, they are not asking you to pay back. But they will not allow the agencies to give the money if the outcome is not come as even the publication has not there. It is a way of paying back in the form of a publication or the published results. The impact of your funding agency is there. It improves your, of course, writing a article is a skill that improves your writing and analytical skill. It takes a lot of pain or the time for publishing a publication, first publication. But next publications will come easily. It will go very smoothly. Right? It means what? First publication improved your skill of analytical. Your thought process will change entirely. Your writing approach will be very positive afterwards, right? You will attract useful comments and inputs that motivates you to work very efficiently. This will help your ideas progress and improve your future work, of course, right? So that way is very important. It gets you and your work known to the wider scientific community, and people are started citing your work. Your citation will improve automatically on a Google. If somebody put your name, your improved profile will be reflect to the all scientific community globally. Conservation, and that way the impact of your work will be recognizable to all the people. Good for your career, of course. Such type of things are good for your career. People will attract towards you. Some people will come for the collaboration. Some will ask you. Somebody will come as a student exchange. Some of your student will go based on your profile to some other good group. Likewise, your network will get built up. Of course, your name will be or your contribution as a part of research is the contribution toward your organization, the name of your organization will also go up. Right? So having a good track record of a publication makes it easier to attract the quality collaborations and huge funding nationally and internationally. We have a more funding backup them up. Right? So publication may also lead you to be invited to peer review the work of others, or even to join boards. Right? So the most of the times what will happen, your profile will be accessible to the editors. If good article somebody has submitted for the evaluation, so that editor finds the people. So based on your profile, your earlier publications, your name will be on the top. So the editor will ask you to review this particular article. So our comments will be add on in the scientific community. Automatically the results will be, as a result, that will be the very important for the further improvement in science. Right? So if you are continuously doing this process of evaluation of the articles, one day they will ask you to join as a board member for a journal. See, likewise, you have the n number of possible benefits if you are able to publish the work in a journal. Then question comes, where should you publish? We have the n number of resources which we know. So my suggestion at this point is that you are publishing in UGC care list journals. This is one case. Another case, I am expecting you to be published in a Scopus Index journal. The difference is only of a title. Other things are same in both cases. You need to put efforts at the end for a publication both in UGC care and both in a Scopus also. Right? Equal. Just we need to be little, you should work with the full of confidence. What you are doing is correct. If we have the lack of confidence, then you are shifting toward the UGC care. It's better. As far as time is concerned, you are spending a time 2-3 months for these publications, for UGC care also, for a Scopus also, same thing. Right? It's better to go for the Scopus Index journal. Reason why there is no alternative, because there are fluctuations which you are observing from the UGC. Sometimes they consider UGC care, sometimes they are not considered. Sometimes like last week or we have seen one GR. UGC care listed journals are now stopped. Right? And the accessibility is also not there much. Right? So the peer-reviewed journals are arguable, the most widely respected avenue for presenting the research findings. Publishing in a journal is also challenging. An article must follow the strict guidelines and the rejection rate can be very high. If you are going for the quality publication, rejection rate is high, but we will get at the end, I can say. I will give you one of my example. I spent 2 years for one publication, but I get it. I got the publication, which I submitted initially to the journal, where the impact factor was 2. They were rejected. Then I have submitted rejected with some comment. I have added this comment. I have done some additional experiment which I have suggested by them. Slowly, I have started submitting this. Again, I used to get the comments. I used to do some work. And so the improved manuscript I used to submit to the another journal. But what I have done, I have started working in a very positive manner. 2 impact initially, then I have go for the 3 impact paper, 4 impact paper, likewise submission was there. Right. At the end, this paper was submitted and got accepted. That took 2 years after revised version, and that paper's impact today is 38. That is in RSC journal. So this is my experience. If you are taking efforts to continuously working on that, and that is from here only. I was in institute, I was in US, but no, the work which I have done here in Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, same work I have published. So if it is possible for me here in these facilities, so why not to you all? Right. So by this way, I suggest you to be take a serious note of work in this way. Besides writing for a peer-reviewed journal, you can write book chapter. You first decide what do you need to do. If you don't have the result in your hand, but you have the good grounding of your concept, so go for the either book chapter, writing a book, or writing a newsletters, writing a magazine articles, or writing a blogs, or you would write a good review articles. Right. Other than article publication as a research, I'm talking about these other things. Occasionally, you can pursue the media to include, especially for media, we need to be very careful because media people are not from your area. If you are saying something, they will listen something, they will write something, they will publish something. So this issue is there. We need to be very careful in this line. So misrepresentation of your research should not be there. Then a question comes how to publish is published once a work is a challenge faced by every author, but it becomes easier with each new publication. Every times it moves from the one steps means you all are research guides now, and everybody knows how to get the publication. So it will go through the different steps. First, you need to fit this data into a particular template. So then we need to submit it. Once we submit, if the editor is not agreed, so you will send back. So again, we need to go for the another journal, another template. So this way, there is a cycle. We need to come out from the cycle very seriously or efficiently. If you are working continuously, it becomes easy. You should not be the depressed if continuous rejection is coming for your work. So rejection, we see you just go through the most of the scientific stories, you will understand most of the Nobel laureate research is rejected by the journals because they feel it is something unexpected. So this is nothing will happen. So every time this is it's like a common practice. If there is no reference cited for a sentence, so then they says there is no meaning. But there should have somebody should believe that. So likewise, automatically one day will come, your paper will get accepted to the journal. And that day onwards, there will be the revolution in a research community. So this way we can expect include the layout and format of both the body and references of the article. So the instructions of the contributor and the authors can be open. Sir.
Hello, no voice, sir. Hello.
Hello? It was
Hello.
muted. It was muted actually. Okay.
Yes, okay.
So the instructions for the contributors and authors are often to be found on the journal's website. The website information, everything is ready, right? We should not be discouraged actually in this line. So if you are getting started your writing, there are no magical ingredients available with us. We need to be extract the data from the bunch of information which you have. It does not necessarily come naturally. You should optimize. You should be the very what we can say, the optimistic for framing your article. However, there are general guidelines, which means that anybody can improve their scientific writing skill by learning them. Some of the guidelines apply to all writings, not just scientific writing, and those are mostly aimed as to improve the clarity. These days, again, very supportive apps are there, right? Our websites are there. ChatGPT type of things has come up, right? So information centers are more, but your skill should come out. Some of the guidelines apply to all the writing, not just scientific writing, and these are mostly aimed at improving clarity, right? Other guidelines are specific to writing article for the scientific journals. Structures are already given in that journal website, right? But before starting article writing, we should be serious about to frame the outline of the article, because you all are so equally experienced that during your first writing of article, you are continuously writing, and you'll feel at the end the duplication is more into that. To avoid this and to make it more focused, first you prepare outline of your article. Just you make bullets. What should be there? 1, 2, 3, 4 points should cover in a introduction. 1, 2 synthesis methods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the characterization techniques. We should add it. They should have certain additional supporting application data at the end. And the structure property correlation type of things, the mechanistic pathway should be at the end, where this should come. So this we can write on one page very systematically. And so every day you just work on one point. And that one point will be actual the perfect foundation of that article, right? So a logical general description, schematic summary, organizational pattern, visual and conceptual design of your writing, and outline reflect logical thinking and clear application, right? It supports for the process of writing. It helps you organize your ideas systematically. It provides a snapshot of each section of the paper with a flow. It presents your material in a logical form. It shows the relationship amongst the ideas in your writing. It constructs an order overview of your writing skill. It defines the boundaries and groups. It defines the boundaries and groups of your process. Because if you want to submit the article as a communication, there is a page limit. either 3 or the 4, depends on the which publisher is there. So if you want to fit this into the 3 pages, and if you have not done any outline anyways, just started writing, sometime it will go in a 10 pages. Then again you need to put efforts to reduce it in 3 pages. So to avoid this overwriting, better you go with the fix boundaries, and within a frame you should write article. Right. So this is some of the examples about the careful selection of titles. Titles are very important, which already I have said it. So see the examples I am giving here. Title should be the self-explanatory. It's mentioned here. Enough to describe the contents of the paper, but not so technical, but only the specialist will understand. The title should be appropriate for the all intended audience. So everybody should understand on the basis of a title what should be there in this. So here see the first word itself says something is heteroatoms. Heteroatom is somebody are from the chemistry among the because they are the numbers I am seeing. I don't know who is there from chemistry, but they will understand. Yes, heteroatom is nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur. Right? These are the heteroatoms. So based biomolecules, functionalize the graphene oxide. So these are the materials which we have made it. And these materials we have used for the hydrogen oxidation and oxygen reduction reactions. So this information, of course, will come from the title. Title should be very short. If you are talking about graphene oxide decorated with a rhodium nanosphere for the electrocatalytic water split. So such type of titles will support for the will be the ideal titles, we can say. Right. Author list, yes, author list is actually the ethical and moral issue which we need to consider, because most of the times people keep on adding the names. So first author is there. So the second author should contribute at least 25%. Third author should contribute at least 10%. The star author, each and every word that person should know from the whole article. So likewise, because first author and the last author, that is a corresponding author, both are the responsible persons for the theme. Right? So this is equally important in that case, the author list. Keywords, these are the what people use when searching the article. If the keywords are catchy, so by putting a keyword somebody from in a search engine, your article will come up. Right? So when searching for articles in a literature indices, the article should come. Some will be quite specific to your topic, such as the machines or the materials you work on or the particular approach you took. They should not be in a broad or the material or the device. So that device name, like machines names, you cannot put in a keyword. Right? So this way we have the author list and keywords, which are equally important. Abstract and keywords, if you're talking about. So I was talking about the star author's contribution. These days, they are asking for the author contribution in an article. So here, see everybody's contribution we have noted here. And also we should note, there should not be having any competing financial interest. Right? So by this way, people are talking about the author contribution. See, these are the keywords I have added here. This is the abstract, which is equally important. There should not be any mistake or like a short forms which you are not mentioned fully. Right? So these things are important as per as the article writing is concerned. So then I was talking about the abstract is also equally important. So it is nothing but a summary in a published together with a research article given in the preview form. Such abstracts may be also be published separately. Some are the bibliographical sources such as biological abstract, SciFinder abstract, right? So where people are using this as the center, they allow other scientists to quickly scan the large scientific literature, decide which article is they want to read in a depth. So this way they should be less technical, should have the very limited words like 100 to 250, and which summarizes the purpose, method, research, and conclusion. They should have very first line should be the purpose, then what method we have used, then what are the results, which way you have analyzed it, and what is your conclusion. So this much 200 and 250 words are more enough as abstract, right? So this is, I am talking about the example which is corresponding to the abstract. So then the types of articles, it was means like this is the general structure where the introduction, materials and methods, experimental aspects, results, figures and captions, discussion, tables and graphs, references. This part we have talked about, and this can be fit into the different types of communication. One is maybe the communication as a small communication, or the full paper, feature article, cover gallery, frontispiece gallery, review, mini reviews, essays, viewpoints, editors, introducing author profiles, book reviews. Sometimes we need to be write a brief biography of the major contributors, right? So this is also possible in this case, right? But this is fact. If you are keep on writing, in my this is actually the funny statement has given by the Michael Allen, the craft of scientific writing. In my writing, I average about 10 pages a day. Unfortunately, they are all the same pages. A major part of any writing assessment consists of rewriting. Even though you are sending a message to the some other, directly you should, is my suggestion to you all, you don't send it directly. You just rewrite it, then you read it again, you will find some internal correction. They make the correction and then send. Right? They should have the proper clarity into this. So that way, you have the scope to rewrite again and again and should come with a strong scientific writing. It's still important to do your own evaluation of article regardless of where you found it, right? Your own correction, nobody will reach to the even correction at that level because the work is done by you, not by others. So by this way, you have the improved writing skill if you are doing seriously, right? So there are n number of engines are there, like a grammar, spell mistake, or some other, say even nowadays sentence mistakes also people are doing, right? So useful tips for submitting article is that study the journal first. It means the first step is to know who the journal is for and the kinds of article it's published. So most of the time what happens, that is not matching with our article. the main objective of the journals, every journal is having their own objectives. They have fixed for a fixed, means like Journal of Physical Chemistry, for example. They take the research from that area, material science and all these things. So we cannot submit the organic chemistry or organic transformation type of things in that journal, right? So it means we need to use a proper journal, because the people also search a journal of that specific keywords. So automatically the choice of journal is also depends on that. You should use a good English. Reviewers often reject the paper because the grammar is bad rather than all the basics, or your continuous, your short forms are like same name you have used in 3-4 different short forms. So such type of mistakes will not be acceptable. Grammar should be one line. That track will come from in which journal you are submitting. Sometimes continuous tense people are using. Sometimes past tense, the writing skill people are using, right? So that is decided by the journals. Be realistic. Be aware of the value of your research, but don't over-interpret. Sometimes what happens, we interpret like, so interpretation comes, or the strength comes to your results if you have the different analysis techniques. If you have taken the analysis by one technique and you are writing like anything, so that over-interpretation sometimes kills the strength of your article. So you have to be very realistic. Your whole article should be, if once you publish, people should do in their lab. Then and then only impact of your work will increase. Then and then only the people will start giving you a credit as a citation. Tell a coherent story and don't make the sweeping conclusions. If you don't have the results to support them, don't be more speculative. Right? This is equally important. Don't try too hard to sound important. Don't use a pompous voice, because sometimes what will happen, we unnecessarily, we know our results, our strength of results and all these things. You should not over-interpret or overwrite. So that then or the work is of a 2 to 5 impact factor, and you are trying for 10 plus impact factor. That is also not good, right? Impact should be as per the strength which is having with that work. Read lots of papers and try to improve your vocabulary, and from that you will get a huge amount of information, right? So different journals cover different subject areas and research. We suggest you try and broaden your horizons. If so far you have just published in a national journals or in a regional journals, I request you to go for the international journals, right? So this way, I am talking about the how to write and where to publish, right? So in conclusion, I will request you to go for the international journal. So now I will come in other side. From other side, I will see your journal, your article, and try to give some suggestions for which way the evaluator or the reviewers are seeing your publication. If authors submit their article to the journal, article is first times evaluated by the editor, and editor finds this journal, this article is having a sufficient strength. Then what they will do, they will ask, they will find some researchers from that area and they will ask them to review it. First review I am talking. First review means internal checkup of your. We used to get the information like your work is internally evaluated, right? So then they found if it is technically sufficient, so they will find the reviewers from your area and they send to the reviewer, right? So see, we have the author will start, submit a paper, will shift to the, if the basic requirements meet, it will go to the assigned reviewer. Reviewers will be find from your area of research. So they review and give the recommendation. They either this will ask for the recommendation from the 3-4 different people. They ask for the either to make a decision as a revision. If it is a revision, they will ask to revise the paper. Again, they will ask for the submission. If if it is not reaching to the basic requirement, they will straight for reject it. Go for some other journal. Like that. If revision submitted, again is the same process. If the sufficient reviews supportive revision has done supportively, so it will get accepted. Right. So the scholarly journals are includes all for editorial, for book review, for news articles, all reviews. The review process is same. Right. So after it meets the researcher and editor standard, so the paper will get accepted. Otherwise, it will get rejected. Rejected means is not acceptable to the any journal. It's not like that. That will either will go for the more specified journal or go to the low impact journals. Therefore, article accepted for the publication should represent the best research in the research area. Right. Sometimes actually this should not be there because I am from the Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University here in a state university in Maharashtra of India. We are not getting that much impact for our research like those who are working in universities at United States. This is actual they should not be there because nowadays the resources are open, but who write this is having some impact because the publication, the work I am publishing from here is having the 4 impact. Same work where I will get a publication in a 8 impact in United States. So this difference I am finding in a research that should not be there, but who writes, from where we are writing, from where we are presenting. So that is also counts. What is the purpose of the resource? When was the resource published? Where is the information from? Why is the resource reliable? So this 5 Ws are important actually. Scrap test is also equally important, where the currency, the publication date, when was the information published. The current information is highly reliable, we can say, because the people are again worked on that. Not reliable, I can say, the important. Because if you are doing the research and last year you have published and somebody has cited and the upgraded means like that result as some add-on has come in that area, so that has published recently, so the impact will go to the, or the credit will go to those publication date is which is very close to the today, right? So likewise, currency relevance is the information what you are really looking for. This is also important. Who is the material written for? Academician or professionals, students, or the general public. Authority, who published, wrote. Accuracy is important. Purpose is important. right? Evaluating manuscript as a peer review. In this case, these are the 10 points people are looking for. One is establish a general overview of the paper. Consider the keywords for the discoverability. Differentiate between the introduction and the abstract. This is very important. Assure that the materials and the methods are very clear. Even layman can work on that method and can do some work in their laboratory. Examine results and the figures with a sharp eye. Have a solid understanding of the statistical data. Look for the clarity from the discussion and conclusion point of view. Keep an eye out for the references. Know the difference in reviewing a reviewer of your article. Write a constructive review or report. So these are the cases which we need to consider during writing a report, a review writing. Writing a report on your article, you can say. These days, again, more specified journals as coming. So what if you have submitted to the article to the journal, sometimes this decision comes. You submit this article to the more specified journal. So where we suggest to go to this journal, just normal internal, we can transfer this. There is no guarantee to get accept, but yes, they will they takes the positive recommendation from the sister journals. So likewise, acceptance is not a guarantee to publish it, but yes, you go for this. Right. So by this way, also internal transfer is also recommended. These days, I am finding open review process. So this was the journal has come to me for the reviewer. As a reviewer, this person was from the United States, Georgia Institute of Technology. He was an editor. He asked me to review this. I have reviewed along with one of the professor from Texas. And we given that recommendation along with some correction, everything. But this is open review process as coming up nowadays. So our name will come in there, who reviewed, because the article strength is also there on, is it really the person who has rejected or accepted your article, the person is from your subject or not. These authors can see my profile by taking this number, my name and putting in a Google. So they will get my research area. And they understand, okay, whatever the comments he has given is the worth and acceptable. So likewise, so this is open review process, we can say. Transparency is more these days. So putting a reviewer's name, putting a editor's name at the corner. So this is one of the important case I'm presenting here. So this is new process is there. Right. So scientific writing and publishing research is designed to accompany a practical training workshop that builds expertising in writing for publications and provides advice on how to publish in a national and international journal. With this, thank you. So because of the team working hand and working brains with me are made me comfortable to talk on how to write and why to write and how to evaluate all these things. Right. So these are Vijay Manon Pillai and Asya Patel are my mentors. And these are my collaborators with whom I'm working together. Right. So now questions from your side. Now I am expecting questions. Okay. On both sessions.
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir.
Myself, Dr. Tupare. I know you very much.
Oh, yeah, I know, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Very interesting, informative lecture you have given.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Sir, Sathe sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. I am here, Dr. Chaudhary from
Yes, sir.
Balbim College.
Yes, sir, please.
My little question is that some focus on citation index, sir.
Citation index. Okay, citations.
Yes.
Okay. Citation comes if your work is giving some information or some stepping stone to other researchers. So if you have published your work and I am working in the same line and your published work is informative for me, because of your work, if I am able to do one more step in my research, the quality of my work is improved because of your work, then what I will do, I will cite your work. This is one thing. Again, every work is having some certain background. We need to give a background in such a way that if say I am working on an energy, so I need to give the energy. What is the current trend? Which material people are using? People have used 1, 2, 3, 4 materials. So yeah, in that 4, 5 material, among these 4, 5 materials, your one of the material is there. I need to be cited. If I am doing some other materials, I am publishing that material. So for that, support has to come from your material. So I will cite your work.
Yes.
Right. So by this way, the citation increases.
Yeah. Yes.
See, your work should be publicly acceptable. So that is for the societal benefit. That should be the, that should add some way the resolve the problems of the society. So in that case, what will happen? Your work will become popular. Your work is becoming popular. It means you are working in an area of popular work. Popular theme, actually. So in that way, automatically what will happen? The impact of your work will get increased.
Definitely.
And people will like your work again. And your work, if it is liking, means automatically that is getting more citations.
Yes. Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Tupare sir, for kind words.
Hello.
Hello, please, madam.
Yeah. Sir, in continuation of the same citation thing, how do I that my and how do,
Sorry?
in continuation with the citation, how do I know my paper is cited by so and so author?
Madam, we have such type of arrangement actually. You can put the citation alert from Google.
Okay.
You will get alert, means automatically that will add in your articles profile I am talking about, but yes, your Google Scholar profile also will automatically updated. In along with that, you can ask your this Google account to give the alert for you. They will give the alert email will give this particular journal, this article, your paper has got cited. So that information will come to you. Is there?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And one more, sir. Working paper. Does
Yes.
is, what is working paper?
Sorry, I'm not getting what you are asking.
Many conferences, they publish the working paper. So
See,
can it be called?
I will suggest you, actually, I got a chance to work on a 3-4 different platform. I was a PhD student in National Chemical Laboratory. I am faculty here in Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University. I was a student here, and I was a postdoctoral student at a United States, one state, the Rutgers University, right? So by considering 3 different platform for a research, I am come to the conclusion that don't spend your data or don't sell your data in a conference paper. You go for the quality publication in a research journal publication.
Okay.
Conference publication, again, you are at the end, you are writing a story. Am I right? You are spending some your energy to write a 10-15 pages article. Am I right?
Yes.
So why not to see, the difference is only the casual writing and effective writing. Why not? Even though your time is getting killed, so why not you are spending that valuable time to write a quality publication for the journal article? You will get it.
Okay. That means it doesn't have any value, right?
Yeah, there is no. Still, nowadays, this UGC care listed journals also has getting omitted from the list.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Sir, hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yeah, I have a query regarding these funding projects that you spoke about. So, is there any rule or something that unaided departments like computer science or IT, usually colleges, they don't provide, government doesn't provide grant to them. So, these departments won't get these fundings or something like that? Because wherever we apply, we never got a response, and there is no rejection also. It is pending, and just like that.
No, actually, see, in such cases, what happens? They publish the research. They publish the result on the website, and maybe lack of manpower with them, they have not updated your individual profiles. But yes, there is a decision they used to put on a website. Okay. So there is no gap like this, particular this area is only the funding is there for this area, like in a computer science, there is no funding. And in chemistry, there is a funding. It's not like that.
Okay.
Every, government has put their goals, targets, and accordingly the fund distribution is there, and they show. And that is with the different subjects. Right. And sometimes theme-based proposals they are asking for instead of subject-wise. Theme means it was like a COVID period earlier. So those who are coming up with some solution for the COVID, so the call used to come like that. Right. So likewise, calls are always there. There is no discrimination. And there is no gap also. The teachers from the universities also can supply. These days, again, is more supportive schemes are coming. Like those who are already having the DST project, or they got earlier the funding from the DSC, they cannot apply. The newcomers should apply. So it means what? These are the promotional schemes are coming. And these such type of promotional schemes are ready to accommodate the people from the different themes. Special schemes for women are there. Power.
Yeah.
Wise. Right. So these are the schemes for them.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay.
So your session was really insightful. Can you share your LinkedIn profile link in chat window?
I have one question.
Yes, sir.
My roll number is 43. I have one question which may differ from others. Suppose, sir, a textbook has been published by 3 authors by a national publisher with ISBN. Then how much API will get the first author, second author, and third author for cash purpose?
Sir, I don't know exactly because I am not a right person to answer this. But see, I think so. The person, especially for the book chapters and books, edited books, the equal contribution is there.
But in case of, sir, a textbook publication,
I think, sir, I think first author 70 marks.
That is there for the, is there. But if it's edited book, then both authors are having the equal contribution, I think so.
But in case of the textbook, sir, where the 4 authors.
Yeah, it means that 70-30 combination is there for the publication and book also.
So first author 70%, second
First author, 70%, and remaining are the 30%.
30% are same.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Thank you.
Hello, sir. I'm roll number 41.
Okay.
Sir. Sir, I have some internet problem. That's why middle time I have cut the program. So I have one question. I hope you have repeated this. So according to you, what is the good platform for publication? Because UGC have already deleted his care list, and Web of Science has also deleted various journals. But those journals which are present at they are very high publication fee or a processing fee. So, and UGC in the last, I think in the February 11th ordinance has written that there are publication in peer-reviewed journal should be accepted in future. So how we can consider a good platform for our publication, because the platform which are present in Scopus and at present the Web of Science, they are very high APC they have. So how we can find a good platform and which is accepted?
See, you are saying Scopus is a very high standard platform. It's not like that.
No, high APC, sir.
There are impact factor like 1 or 2 impact factor cited journal, impact factor containing journals also there in a Scopus. So you can go for that.
No, sir, I am saying the high article processing charge.
You see, we should not accept that actually. You should say them. I will tell you experience of my own. So for one journal, I was not going actually for that journal, but I have submitted to one journal. They have transferred this to their sister journal, and they were asking me for the processing charges. So I said, we don't have that facility. And I'm not finding this is ethical to give the money for the publication. So I don't want to publish with by paying money to you. So they consider without processing charges the article. Actually, this never happened again and again, but actually this way also you can try.
Okay, sir.
Giving money for an article is not a good way. There are old journals which are already well settled and they have the good recognition also and in their subject and well accepted by the Scopus index. So there we can go. The new journals, actually, they need some support, financial support. So they ask for the processing charges. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Hope you are comfortable with both the talks.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Sir, I am Dr. Brajesh Kumar Sahu, Government College, Vidisha.
Okay.
Sir, for vote of thank के लिए sir.
Okay.
Sir, okay. सर डॉक्टर बाबा साहेब अम्बेडकर मराठवाड़ा यूनिवर्सिटी के यूजीसी मालवी मिशन टीचर ट्रेनिंग सेंटर छत्रपति संभाजी नगर के डायरेक्टर्स एंड कोर्स डायरेक्टर्स कोऑर्डिनेटर्स और हम सभी ऑल पार्टिसिपेंट की तरफ से आपके लिए सर बहुत बहुत आभार धन्यवाद कि आपने हमें इस सब्जेक्ट पर 2 टॉपिक पर बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण जानकारी दी है जो हमारे एपीआई स्कोर को बढ़ाने के लिए बहुत ही हमारे जो है एकेडमिक परफॉर्मेंस इंडेक्स के लिए महत्वपूर्ण है ये सर आपके लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद इन दोनों लेक्चर के लिए सर थैंक यू सर
Thank you very much.
हॅलो धन्यवाद सर.
सर धन्यवाद सर धन्यवाद.
आभारी आहे सर. आमचे पार्टिसिपंट खुश झाले. थँक्यू
Sir,
व्हेरी मच फॉर युअर व्हॅल्युएबल गायडन्स.
Thank you sir. Thank you very much. मला संधी दिल्याबद्दल.
धन्यवाद
Jadhav sir, we are
Thank you, sir.
also
Very
thankful
nice.
for you.
सर धन्यवाद सर.
ओके.
चव्हाण सर धन्यवाद तुम्ही संधी दिल्याबद्दल सर.
तुमचाच राज्य आहे सगळं सर.
सर नाही सर.
ओके सर. ओके बाय.
चव्हाण सर आमच्या पार्टिसिपेंट कडून पण थँकफुल आम्ही सगळे थँकफुल आहोत की इतकी चांगली अपॉर्च्युनिटी दिली सर आपण.
धन्यवाद सर.
थँक्यू सर.
यस सर यस. थँक्यू व्हेरी मच.
थँक्यू. कॅन वी लिव्ह?
Thank you sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Can we live, Goro sir?
Thank you, sir.